What it do, YouTube? It's your boy J Man. We back at it again with another reaction video. Okay, and we also got a little stink dink here. Part of the reason why I haven't been on, you know what I'm saying? Dropping videos last couple of days, but hey, no excuses. I ain't just gonna sit here and blame it on Lil Man, even though I'm gonna sit here and blame it on Lil Man. You know what I'm saying? But hey, we got another video for y'all now. Now I don't know if y'all have been, you know, aware of this situation that has recently come out, but there's this guy named David, this singer right here, this dude right here. And I guess recently they found, so I guess, long story short, this video should really kind of explain everything, but this guy, he's a singer, and I guess recently they just found a dead body in a vehicle that belonged to him. And it was actually, like, unfortunately, a female who was missing for about 1 to 2 years, and they ended up finding her body in the trunk of his Tesla, in the front trunk. And his Tesla was actually in an impound lot, but the thing is that they're speculating that he was trying to get his impounded vehicle discovered on the day of her birthday, like when they found her body in there, and it was already decomposed. They couldn't even identify her at first if it was a male or a female. So very sad news, man. Very sad stuff. This is just insane and evil. I don't know how you could be capable of doing something like this. But I just, like, this is an interesting story, and I'm curious. I don't understand why he's not locked up yet. They have so much evidence. I guess his music tells it all, like some YNW Melly type stuff. Like his music literally explains all of it. So I don't know why they haven't locked him up yet. But we're gonna take a look and see, kind of the updates and like what's going on with the situation. So without further ado, we'll jump into this, man. And again, I don't condone any of this. This is all just news and the public news that we are all exposed to, and we all have the rights to watch it, listen to it. But this is just for learning situations and learning purposes. Like if you're young out there, just be careful of who you talk to online, because I heard she was like 13 years old or something. This guy's like 20. So I guess he was trying. I guess they had sexual, relations as well. And I guess this guy was talking to her when she was 11 and he was 18. That's when they first started talking. So this guy's a weird ass dude, bro. Hopefully they get his ass for sure. But all right, let's take a look, fellas and ladies and gentlemen. This guy is tripping right here. You need to relax, buddy. You need to relax.
On September 8th, news broke that a badly decomposed body was found in a Tesla that was in an impound lot registered to the singer David. Now, David is a 20-year-old kid, ex-Fortnite pro. He has a grassroots type come up, making music on his iPhone. And on top of that, he was on tour. So because of his personality, everyone just assumed it couldn't have been him, right? Until some more news came out just recently that may change the entire story. Real quick, I want to say I'm making this vid because the story is really confusing. There's a lot of theories and misunderstood things floating around right now. I mean, you have people like XQC who are investigating this on stream, and it's probably not the best source, as well as people who are just straight up making things up or posting misinformation. So I'm going to separate this video into two different sections. The first is going to be stuff that we know for sure, and the second is just going to be like theories and speculation.
So we'll probably end up just watching the first half,
also,
because I'm not really
trigger
trying
warning,
to.
because a lot of the stuff in this video is pretty disturbing. So with all
Very
that in mind,
disturbing.
let's continue. If you don't know,
Yeah,
David,
I'm gonna let you guys. Oh fuck! I'm gonna give you guys that disclosure as well. Damn, I just hit my elbow, man. Fuck! And you keep moving, bro. You keep, man. You know what I'm saying? Like you moving, and then this shit happened. I'm about to. Here, I'm gonna set you in your little thing. Hold on, give me a second, y'all. This guy is tweaking on me. All right. Man, I hit my elbow. That hurt, man. Yeah, I just want to say, a little disclaimer, man. Like this video, there's gonna be some disturbing stuff. So I just wanted to make sure you guys are aware of that. If you don't like to hear, and it's not that I like to hear, you know what I'm saying? It has nothing to do with that, But I'm saying, like, if you're not, in the ballpark of that type of stuff, and you just don't want to hear that type of stuff, I would not continue watching this.
like I said, he used to be a Fortnite pro. He had a cool come-up story saying he wanted non-copyright music for his montages, so he started making his own songs with just his iPhone on BandLab. After uploading a couple songs to SoundCloud, he released the song Romantic Homicide. This song went super viral, and I'm sure you've all heard it. It's the "In the back of my mind, you died," that song. And this track absolutely blew up in July of 2022. and shortly after, he signed a record deal to Interscope. He continued releasing music and even opened for SZA on his tour. He also got to do the track
I didn't even know that.
A song that fans absolutely love. Even recently, David just did a song called Locked and Loaded, which was a collaboration with Fortnite. He had a montage of his own gameplay as the music video. I'm saying all this to say he had a very organic come up, a family-friendly vibe, and a likable personality.
So you just literally only made music so you could make a few more dollars.
Exactly.
Okay.
That was it.
How did you make your first song?
And I looked up how to make music on iPhone, and this app called Bandlab comes up. I click on it, I put my Apple earbuds in, and I use my sister's closet as a studio.
That's why when the news first broke, most people just assumed he couldn't have possibly done it. I even said to a friend when it first came out, I was like, I feel like the Fortnite kid who's pretty normal didn't do something like this. Because that was always the impression that I got from him, but that may not be the case. When the news first came out, it was reported that there was a body in his car that had been there for an extended period of time before being found. It was too badly decomposed to be identified. Apparently,
but this is the thing that gets me, okay? Before we even continue here, people like this, even this guy we're reacting to here, I think his name is Maddie. Shout out to him too, by the way. That he has some legit information. He usually just goes off the sources and research, but I'm like watching this video and like when people say that like they just like he seemed like a normal guy, bro. When you listen to his songs though, like I just found out about this. Like when I heard about the body, like this was like last week. I'm just not reacting to this though. But when I heard about the situation at first, I'm like, what? Missing body found, you know what I'm saying, in his car, all that stuff. But then when you listen to his songs, like you go to his catalog, bro, all I had to do was listen to like a song, maybe even two, and it was already like, bro, okay, yeah, this makes sense. Like you could tell this guy's off. So like when people like before all this came up about the body being found in his car and stuff, how do you not know what type of time this guy's on when he's singing about in the back of my mind I killed you, or you know what I'm saying, I hate you, I want you dead. Like if someone's saying these type of things, especially and they were playing Fortnite, like, okay, Fortnite, and then I want you dead. In the back of my mind, I killed you, but I play Fortnite. But it's like, bro, that doesn't really make sense. Like, if I was, you know what I'm saying, all these different people, if I was Fortnite, if I was Epic, or if I was even anybody who was aware of this, celebrity-wise, even SZA, and I was listening to this guy's music, I would have kind of been suspect at, I don't know, bro. It's just a little sus. Like, how you playing Fortnite? It's like, that's like, what's his name? Like the streamer Neon, that's like the streamer Neon. He's being the streamer he is, and we all know how his personality is. He's very like socially awkward a little bit. Like he's very soft. Like he's not the violent guy at all. I'm not saying it's cool to be violent or anything. He's just not a violent guy. He's harmless. It's like him coming out with a song like Romantic Homicide or something, talking about wanting to kill a girl or something like that. We'd be like, bro. Like, pick one, bro. Like, are you this or are you that, bro? Like, so I'm confused on how people don't know how this guy was literally insane before all this occurred. That's all. Because he probably could have saved her life.
Days. This was after the car had been abandoned a few days before that, without ever being reported missing. According to NBC, a spokesperson for David said he has been informed about what's happened, and although he is still out on tour, he is fully cooperating with the authorities. But he would have been touring for over a month before the body was decomposed, according to his tour dates, which is why, like I said, most people figured it couldn't have possibly been him. On top of that, the LAPD said it is one of several vehicles owned by the musician, with many different people using any of the vehicles at any given time. The police didn't arrest him or anything, and he just went on to perform like normal the same night, handing out Labubus to the crowd. On the flip side though, Crocs and Hollister dropped their ad campaign.
Bro, but like, how? I just don't, like, that doesn't make any sense to me. Like, okay, we find, there's been a missing girl, and then we find a body in the car. We know that this guy's had relations to the girl. I feel like if this was anybody else, bro, that's literally the prime suspect right there. If this was anybody else, non-celebrity though, I'm saying like a random person, and they were looking for a body, then they found it in a random person's car and they went to that person's house, that person would be detained instantly. Just because he's on tour or something, he can't be detained, he can't be taken into custody. Bro, like, it makes no sense. And they know this guy has relations with her, and then listen to his music. Put that together with it, boom, you got, bro. And I'm not even here to just be on no, like, because obviously all the evidence is out, so it's not like I'm snitching, bro. Like, I'm just literally like, this is disturbing, bro. This dude needs to be dealt with, bro. Like, what the fuck? somebody's
Which is
daughter.
understandable why brands wouldn't want to be associated with those types of accusations. However, things took a turn for the much worse when just recently the body was identified.
And now some breaking news on a major story that we've been following. We have just learned the identity of a teen found dead inside of the trunk of a Tesla registered to the singer David. Investigators now say that the victim, Celeste, reported as a runaway last year, had not been seen since.
It was the body of a young girl named Celeste, who would have just turned 15 years old. She went missing in April.
Now you see this information, right? Last seen, April 5th, 2024. Okay? Date of birth, September 7th, 2010. So she would have been 14. Or no, I'm sorry, 15 this year, right? Yeah, 15 on this. And then on top of that, bro, they found her body on the 8th of this month. So they found her body this month, September, but they found it on the 8th of this month, which is the day after her birthday. So they're saying, like, there's a theory going around saying that this guy, David, was trying to get his car discovered on her, like, it's like a kind of like a memorial. Like, bro, this dude is sick in the head, bro. Very sick, bro.
2024 when she was 13, so she was missing for over a year. Of course, though, this in and of itself doesn't directly link her to David, but TMZ interviewed the girl's mom, who said that her daughter had a sh tattoo right on her index finger in red ink. Well, David also has a sh tattoo on his right index finger. This tattoo isn't necessarily unique to David. I mean, Rihanna has it, Lindsay Lohan and Lily Allen do too, but what makes things miles worse is that the mom claimed her daughter had a boyfriend named David. Right after this news came out, David canceled his upcoming show. TMZ confirmed that a house David was living in was searched by the LAPD. The house was being rented by his manager from Interscope, but there are a ton of pictures and videos of him in the house over the past year. Apparently, LAPD homicide detectives searched the house Wednesday and walked out with a computer and several evidence bags.
Mike, do we know if the search has anything to do with the girl's death, though?
Yeah, so Susie and Juan, we are working on those details right now. What I can tell you is that it is literally right where we know that the car was towed from. So remember how this all happened, as you heard from Nicole. The car was towed from the Hollywood Hills. It wasn't until it was at the tow yard where the body was found. So if we go back to where the car was towed from, tonight, there's a presence of Los Angeles police detectives that are out there. We can see them in their plainclothes suits. We also see crime scene techs. It appears to be centered at this home. Sky Cow was able to get a peek before it got dark. To be clear, LAPD has not said tonight if this investigation is related to the investigation of the girl's body being found, but they are like less than 100 feet away from where it was all found. So this is all happening in the same neighborhood.
For reference,
insane.
this is how close the house was to where the car was found, which I think is a lot more incriminating than it originally was led on to be. And on top of that, the police are saying that the car was driven through an alley, possibly with the intention of trying to avoid traffic cameras or something like that. So it's just crazy how close it was to the house that he was.
And what else is crazy, bro, is like this dude is not smart at all. Cause dude, like he just said, like it just makes it even more incriminating seeing how close it is to your crib, bro. You know what I'm saying? But bro, I'm not gonna lie, dude. I don't give a fuck. Like the police are dumb in this, bro. And honestly, if I'm wrong, let me know in the comments, y'all. But like the fact that it's been this long and it took them until they were able to identify the body as her, and then even then after that they said that it still wasn't linked to him. Not until what they just said, the evidence that they just found. I'm sorry. Golly. When they went into his house and then they took evidence and stuff like that, dude, that's when they start linking the crime to him. But bro, if you listen to his music and you look at the Discord chats and all the information, all the interactions with him, the time frames, bro, they could have got him off of all that information, which they had. So it's like, I'm just so confused. Now again, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm just learning about the situation, but this is just stuff I've heard like in several videos leading up to me wanting to react to it, because I'm just like, this is just totally off. And the fact that he's not in custody right now still is insane to me. And it's been like a week since they found all this. So,
dang it. The only other
2
thing we know
weeks.
for sure is that there was a photo taken of David just a brief walk away from where the victim lived. The person who posted the picture was alleging that David was paying people off, but there isn't any concrete proof on that. All we know for sure is that he was in that area. Callie Uchi.
now I'm not gonna lie, bro. If you look at this photo right here, bro, my man to the left right here of David looks like he's ready to use his right hand here to grab whatever he's about to hand him. Okay? And he looks like he's whipping out some bands right here. I'm not gonna lie, it looks like he got some cash in his hand. Okay? So I'm not gonna lie, this looks like he could be paying somebody off right now. But at the same time, again, you have no proof of that. He could have literally been signing something for him. He could have been, whatever. But that's just a little skeptical to me, bro. You know what I'm saying? You got random people out here. It looks like he's in a random place. Like, what are you doing as a celebrity just in a random place talking to, it looks like fans. I get it, you know what I'm saying? You could do that. It's nice. It's wholesome. But in today's society, nobody's really doing shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You can't trust nobody out here. So, hey, man. Like I said, y'all got to stay safe, man. We're going to see what else we got, what other facts he's talking about.
On that. All we know for sure is that he was in that area. Kali Uchis even said she's in the process of taking down the song she has with him following this news. So this is everything we know for sure, all of our information from official sources. However, as you can imagine, the internet detectives got straight to work. And a lot of this alleged information looks really bad if we're being honest. Again, I just want to clarify, everything going forward isn't like super factual. It's not confirmed by official sources. But if I'm being honest, most of this proof that we're seeing confirms that he knew the victim. First,
I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna watch like some of this. If it starts getting drifted to the point where it's like real conspiracy, I'm gonna hop off. But I just want you guys to see some of this stuff and like how like this is some of the evidence I was talking about. Right? Not real evidence because like you said, it's not real factual. But like there's Discord messages. I guess there was a Discord that David had and he had all like a bunch of his fans and stuff. But he had a lot of moderators running in there too, running the show. And I guess there's been a lot of moderators like now trying to delete evidence and do a bunch of deleting, bro. Like getting rid of just a bunch of messages between David and Celeste, a bunch of messages between moderators and David saying, get rid of stuff. Like it's insane. This is all insane, bro. And I guess now there's been, video of him coming out. I don't know if that was an old video or not, but he was trying to explain the romantic homicide lyrics. And it's just like he's just saying, like, it's all in your head. It's all in your head when it's like, dude. Like I said, this is like YNW Melly all over again. But I think this is even like 10 times worse because he's done it in every song. Said exactly what he's done. It's just, it makes no sense, bro. How do you cover up something like that? If they're able to get Young Thug and, all these, drug lords for the things that they're doing in RICO cases and stuff, what makes you think they're not going to be able to get you for saying you're trying to murder someone, you want to kill someone, and they end up getting,
First of all, there's messages from his Discord server that show him talking to a girl named Celeste. This interaction was from 2022, by the way, and it says she joined the server back in 2021. There were also people who had a convo saying they were pretty sure he had a girlfriend named Celeste in 2024. One of the strangest messages from his server was someone who said in response to him saying he was in a song crisis, drop the one with the missing girl, Celeste. This message was also sent in August of 2024. All of this is very strange because at the very least it goes to show that people were aware of this girl in his Discord server. Like I saw someone tweet, you're telling me people knew about David and Celeste in a Discord server and didn't say anything?
Thank you. Because again, you guys, she was like 13 at the time. Like when they first met, she was like 11. I guess he was like an artist already at the time. And I guess they met on Discord. And I guess David had hopped in the chat with her some and asked if she was in the chat because she really wanted to go on one of his shows. So they ended up working something out. I don't know if he maybe paid her parents off or something to allow her to go because she was saying that her parents were going to be hesitant on her going because she was 11 and he's an 18-year-old, grown adult now. But he's performing, he's on tour, whatever. He ends up getting her to go to one of his shows. Then she goes missing for a little bit. Ends up making it back home. Boom, gets into some trouble with her parents or some, I don't know, arguments. Boom, ends up leaving again. She's probably 12 at this point, missing again for a little bit. Then, finally goes back home again. And then the third time she went missing, that's the time when she actually was found, deceased a year or two later after she was alleged missing. Well, but was she missing or was she in David's custody? You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying. Like, she had to be in his custody because, he obviously, did what he did. But it's just, I'm just like, I just don't get the parents in this situation. I don't understand the people in the Discord and why they weren't skeptical about him being with a 13-year-old, 11-year-old girl. I don't understand. There's just so much about this that's so confusing, bro. It's like he was let off to slide on this situation and get off easy so many times without any type
saying she lied and said her age in the server was 18, but I don't know, still just a weird situation. Someone also recorded all of these screenshots, which leads me to believe that these are legitimate. On top of this, photos started popping up saying it was the two of them together, like this one. There's also this photo from Discord as well, which looks similar to the victim. There was also a bunch more pics and videos
literally her
that showed David with a girl that resembled this girl. Apparently, someone even got into his iCloud SoundCloud and started leaking photos of them together. Then there's also this really strange Reddit post. On September 8th, the day the original news broke, someone responded on r/hiphopheads in response to the news. This guy is a weirdo. A close friend's little sister from the LE ran away last year, and this is who she was with. We think her sister was pimping her out. She was in the 7th grade at the time. LAPD sweeped his place in the hills. I'm terrified that's who's in the car. Nobody has heard from her in months. I won't release names as she's still a minor, but she was from Lake Elsinore. At the time, everyone thought this was just some random Reddit user who was tweaking. And now with the latest news, it seems very real. I mean, the girl was reported missing about place in the hills. I'm terrified.
Wait. I gotta read this again. This guy is a weirdo. A close friend's little sister from the IE ran away last year, and this is who she was with. We think her sister was pimping her out. She was in 7th grade at the time, which is the age of Celeste when she first went missing. LAPD swept his place in the hills. I'm terrified that's who's in the car. Nobody has heard from her in months. I won't release names, but she's still a minor. Dude, this is insane, bro. Because this was literally Celeste. This is her that he's describing. He just didn't know the info, or he didn't want to leak the information on her name and everything. But this post was before. You know what I'm saying? The body was found and everything like that. So this guy was just somebody skeptical and went on Reddit and said, what he knew. So sad, man.
That's who's in the car. Nobody has heard from her in months. I won't release names as she's still a minor, but she was from Lake Elsinore. At the time, everyone thought this was just some random Reddit user who was tweaking. And now with the latest news, it seems very real. I mean, the girl was reported missing about 70 miles away from where the car was found. So the fact that this random guy was able to piece those dots together, it just doesn't seem like it was some made up story. On top of all of this, a song leaked that I can't confirm if it's real, but it's called Celeste. Apparently, David wrote it in 2023. And the lyrics are kind of crazy. This very well could be AI or something. I couldn't tell you, but a lot of people.
Dude, either way, bro, that's the type of music bro was making, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, making like talking about scents on her, talking about names tatted on. Like, bro, he was saying these type of things in songs that were actually released by him. So regardless if this is fake or AI or whatever, this is the type of music he was making. So it's like, dude, this dude's a weirdo, bro. The fact that, bro, we don't have to talk about nothing else. Let's just talk about the fact that you're 18, 20 now, and you were with a minor, bro. Let's just talk about that, bro. Fuck the, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, she's dead and RIP, rest in peace. But let's just start there, bro. Why were you with a minor, bro?
Believe that it is in fact real. There was also this weird tweet from 2022 where he said, "When I was writing this, I got a notification from you. As you were talking about wanting to be with your mom and your sister again, take me where I belong. But our circumstances won't allow us to be in our ideal situations. We gotta push through."
Okay, so he says, when I was writing this, I got a notification from you as you were talking about wanting to be with your mom and sister again. So remember, she was running away from home. She was going missing. Ended up being with this guy, though. This loser-ass dude. You were talking about wanting to be with your mom and sister again. Like, please take me. She said, take me where I belong. Begging this dude. And he said, but our circumstances won't allow us to be in our ideal situations. We got to push through it, bro. Like, bro, I want to throw the hands with this nigga, bro. Like, I wish I could just spawn in this nigga. Like, wherever he's at right now, I wish I could just spawn on him, bro. You know what I'm saying? Then I just look at him for like 3 seconds and just punch on his bitch ass, bro. Like, what are you doing, bro? This is fucked up, bro. He needs to.
He was talking
I'm not even
about
gonna say it,
Romantic
bro.
Homicide, his breakout hit. Another crazy coincidence was that the music video for Romantic Homicide was released on the victim's birthday. Fans also pointed out that the lady in the video resembled the victim. On top of that, the lyrics just look a little weird now. Everyone has been looking at his old lyrics under a new lens, and a lot of them don't look great. Like this one where he says, "He might have you, but I've got your ghost." Everything just looks so weird now with this news. Like, he apparently brings a casket and stuff to his show.
And apparently that's literally like this is another what do you call that? Another conspiracy.
this is another conspiracy that's been going around, but they're saying that the reason that this might have all occurred is because she was wanting to get away from David and go back to her family, but also that there might have been another guy involved, saying there's some guy named Gus or something that could have been involved who was, bro, again, I hate to say this, but I guess David was allegedly her first, he took her virginity. That's why he had a bunch of white roses in his symbolizing things, the purity of things. And then if you look at one of his album covers, the white roses are distressed and they're like dirty. Bro, he is disgusting, bro. And whoever did his art for him, bro, you need to be right along with him in the prison, bro. Like, y'all are some fucking just pedophiles, bro. And then on top of all this, like I said, so he's literally, I guess David was the first one to take virginity, and then she literally ends up getting with another guy, and I guess wanted to be with him over David. And when David found this out, and that she wanted to leave David, maybe I think that's when he ended up doing what he did. And if you look at the lyrics of that, kind of explains it. He might have you, but I have your ghost. So it sounds like David was kind of on some type of time where it's like, if he can have you and I can't have you, no one can have you. Like, bro, not only is he a weird ass dude, not only is he a weirdo. Now I gotta filter, my mouth because I got a little man in my hands now. But not only is he a weirdo, bro, but this dude is very selfish, bro. You know what I'm saying? Very selfish, bro. Manipulative as well. And I just feel so bad for Celeste, bro, especially her being that young. She doesn't have the proper mind, the proper mentality to deal with the things he's saying, bro. He's probably saying things, sweet talking her. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just, bro, so bad, bro. This situation is so dark and messed up.
His TikTok repost just looked terrible. Like, there's this one that reads, "Imagine we were two cannibals in the late 80s who randomly met, and then we fell in love and tried to be better and start a life together. Then you died and I ate your bones." Like, why would you ever repost that? Or this one that says, "Me watching her scream after I poured boiling water on her after she told a boy happy birthday because why you happy, he made it another year." Just weird stuff. That's super weird to repost, especially under this context. The latest thing to happen was the alleged brother of the victim, who was followed by David, was found. People started DMing him and asking him questions, which I think is a bit too far. Like, this guy's definitely grieving right now that his sister's body was just found, and now the whole internet's put him on blast. But regardless, he claimed that they went to the police and it was waived off due to a lack of evidence. Again, I can't confirm if this is actually the brother, but that's what most people believe. There's other stuff too, like some alleged text between the victim and a friend talking about David, or people talking about another guy who was in the picture that David also knew, but that's not super important. This is the main information that everyone's focused on. Like I said though, this is all speculative stuff and theories that come from fans, although if I'm being honest, a lot of it looks pretty legit. Most of the public believes that he is guilty of being a pedophile and a murderer. And honestly, I'm not sure how David and his team could spin it in a way that make him seem not that way. However, some people do believe his innocence. Streamer and collaborator of David, Jason the Ween, who just made a song with him, was asked about whether or not he thought David did it. And on stream, he said he didn't think so.
Situation?
With David? Yeah, he didn't do it.
He's not a murderer?
No.
Thank God, bro, because I was still going to listen to his music. I was just worried that I'd be an asshole if I did.
No, listen, he didn't do it. He literally performed the next day. If he was a suspect, the police would have been after him. He's not a suspect.
He's not.
Bro, this guy's clearly slow, bro. Like, this guy is literally slow, bro. Literally living under a rock, living in a cave. Look at his house. All the curtains closed. Everything just pure dark in there. Niggas don't even see sunlight, bro. You don't know what's going on. Because, bro, how the hell are you going to sit here and say he's innocent? First of all, I would have kept quiet. I wouldn't even answer that. You know what I'm saying? Now you're going to have a lot of backlash on your end when this does come out and he is actually guilty, bro. Like, what? It's going to look like you were trying to defend him, bro. I would have just said, no, I don't know. Regardless, if you don't know or not, I would have just said, I don't know. But I'm not going to sit there and say he did it. You know, if I was cool with him, yeah, you're right. But, bro, that dude is sick. You can see the evidence. So the fact that you know he did it and you're trying to defend him is insane. It's insane. Like, dude.
And I'm going to perform. We're going to perform on the 20th, me and David.
Tesla.
I don't think it's him because he's been on tour.
Not performing shit.
I don't think it's him either.
He ain't performing shit.
I think it's like almost obviously not him.
Quick little update, Jason, among a bunch of other people, celebrities and influencers and friends of David, have all unfollowed him, so his case is clearly getting much worse. But as of right now,
so that age, like fine wine, didn't all that shit he was saying. Yeah, he didn't do it, this and that. And then that was that same guy, and he literally followed David. So, well, that wasn't even David's username. I don't think. I think David had a different username on Instagram. But either way,
everything that's come out, people in general are assuming he's guilty. Like this person who said, TikTok, you will crumble for running to defend this not only a killer, but a pedophile. Or this person who said, he's 20 and she was 15. He's a pedophile and a murderer. Yeah, no, he needs to be locked up now. This person even said, I'm usually an innocent until proven guilty type of person, but with the amount of evidence against David, you're just delusional if you think he's innocent. I don't know about the delusional part. That's kind of harsh. And I don't want to jump to the conclusions in this video or make some false accusations, but I have to say the allegations look very bad for him. Even if he wasn't...
But I'm just confused on why people are still giving this man, like, any type of, like, benefit of the doubt. Like, he's obviously the one who did it, bro. Okay, listen, guys. I'm not gonna play any songs, obviously, because of copyright. Music and YouTube has been on my ass lately. If you guys really want to know why I haven't been posting as much, it's because YouTube blocks, like, every video I post for some reason. I don't know why. So it's like I'm really trying to find what content I can react to. I don't know, maybe somebody in the comments could let me know why I'm getting blocked or why I'm getting copyrighted so much, what I need to do to, you know, because I see other people posting the same videos I do. So it's like, why can't I post them? But either way, bro, I'm trying to get on Twitch for good, and I'm just gonna literally leave YouTube because this shit is trash anyway. It's so fucking old and overrated, bro. Like, YouTube is just sucker shit now, bro. Like, they just ban everything. It's like they don't even pay properly. So I'm really finna hop on Twitch for good. You know what I'm saying? I just need to get a PC, but that's another story for another day. But yeah, man, like, y'all let me know in the comments, bro. Like, what do y'all think on this situation, bro? What do y'all think? Because I don't think he's innocent at all. I think this man really did this stuff. I think he really did it. And if you listen to his music, like I said, you will hear what he's saying. It's pure evidence.
Involved in her passing, it does seem like they dated or were very close based on everything we know, which at the very least, allegedly, would make David a pedophile. I don't know though, this whole situation just leaves me with a ton of questions. Like, if the mom of the victim knew that she was dating someone named David, did she not know his age? And I'm not blaming her specifically, but it seems like the people around her knew a bit about it, like the guy from the Reddit post who apparently knew that she ran off with David. And I guess other people knew too, at least that's how he made it sound. However, on the flip side, the brother claimed that the police didn't do anything. So is that really the case? Did the police not do anything at all? I don't know. I just can't imagine there's a way in which David and his team can spin this without any sort of admission of guilt, at least acknowledging that he knew her or had a relationship with her, which is wrong. The only possible explanation that could make him innocent is the fact that maybe it was a setup, but
No, bro. No, there's no way this was a setup, bro. And the only reason I say this, guys, is because he was making music about this, right? So, allegedly, and this is like the last thing I'm going to say, and I'm going to cut this off, but like, dude, this guy is so weird because if you listen to his songs, right? Now, these are songs that were released before all of this came out. He literally is saying things like I killed you in the back of my mind, or you tried to run off. And there was something about, like, some lyric about running off or something like that. I could literally go through some of his songs, bro. Hold on. If we back out of this real quick, and I just literally go to, or we could just go to Google, honestly. Just head over to Google real quick, guys. Okay, so let's just look up David songs. Okay, so let's just look up the lyrics that literally connect to. Matter of fact, we're just gonna listen to this song. Like, we're not listening to it, but we'll look at the lyrics. I mean, romantic concept, okay? This is Celeste. This is the actual girl whose body was found, unfortunately. This is the girl who was in the video, okay? So obviously, they look pretty similar, you ask me. And obviously, I think he got a girl. He's not gonna be able to get a minor to make the video. So he's gonna get a fucking older adult girl, obviously, to make it look legit, right? But no, Celeste was a minor for sure. She was. Even to this day, she would still be a minor if she was alive. But she's unfortunately passed. And if you look at the information under this, right? So this is the video. Now, apparently, another thing about this guy that's very dark and sick. In his music videos, he would have this little blindfold on. Now, when he had the white blindfold on, he would do the killing in the videos. That's when you see blood a lot. That's when you see him killing. But then once he took the blindfold off, it was like he was the nice guy. It was pure. So it's like he has this like evil mixed personality, evil side that comes out. And it's just so disgusting and disturbing. Like I said, you have the white roses symbolizing things, which is very disgusting. but then he has that as well. But if you listen to this, right? So in the back of my mind, you died, and I didn't even cry. No, not a single tear, and I'm sick of waiting patiently for someone that won't even arrive. Okay? Now, what does that mean? Okay, you explain that to me, right? What does that mean? And I didn't even cry, no, not a single tear, and I'm sick of waiting patiently for someone that won't even arrive. So why wouldn't she arrive? Okay? Maybe because she's passed, right? But also, let's talk about this, right? So I can't believe you said it, I can't believe I said it, but it's true. I hate you. Okay? Now, you ask me, when you hate somebody, there's not really much good you want to do with that person. You know what I'm saying? There's not really much good you want to do to that person. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you hate somebody, that's why they say hate's a big word. It's a strong word. Because when you hate somebody, there's probably, you probably want to do some harm. Or you probably want some harm done. Or something in that type of way, right? Now, in November, he did an interview with Genius breaking down the lyrics. And this is what he says. I didn't kill her physically, but in the back of my mind, she died. He then explained why the lyrics changed from you died to I killed you in the second part of the song. It's not like the thought of her being gone is something she did. It was something I decided to do, he said. It's really more of a figurative I killed you, which is why I say it out loud. Say it so loud, sorry. So you guys, this is just one of the songs, by the way. This is his biggest song, or one of his biggest songs. Like it has, like you see here, 200 million views, and up or whatever. You guys go check that song out, man. Like I said, and even if you don't, I mean, like you just saw the lyrics here. But every song the guy had, every song, at least 90% of the songs this guy was releasing, we're talking about similar stuff like that. Similar situation, dark lyrics, talking about I killed you, talking about you're no longer here, talking about I wish you were here, talking about it's crazy because you can hear it. It's like before it happened, and then you can hear it right after it happened, like the guilt of it, and then you can hear the long term after it happened, like I'm probably gonna end up getting killed or getting put down. He says that in some of his songs, like I think they're gonna put me in, put me away for this, put me down, kill me for this. You know what I'm saying? Like giving him the death sentence. So I think this guy knows what's coming his way, but it's just like it's insane that this is even occurring. And this is in Cali. You know what I'm saying? Like if you look at this is Riverside. I used to live in Riverside. I'm from Simi Valley, California. I used to live in Riverside. So this is insanity that all this just happened. In like a close place that I used to live, bro. It's just disturbing. But rest in peace to Celeste. God, I pray for her family, and I just pray, for the best and peace with them, because this is just so disturbing. So disturbing, man. And they need to get that guy. They need to get him ASAP. But hey, man, I'm gonna call it here. Yeah, this guy is definitely a creep. I'm gonna call it there, though, man. But you guys let me know, like I said, in the comments. Do you guys think that justice was served for that guy? Do you think that, you know what I'm saying, or do you think that do you think he's innocent, or do you think that he did that? I think he did it. But y'all let me know, man. I'm gonna catch y'all in the next video, man. Peace.